All right. Hey guys, Lisandro here, and it's been a really long time. Uh, like, one of the things I want to say is um, I apologize for like a long delay in regard to being away for such a long time and everything. And basically, the reason I'm uh, saying this is that if, for those of you who don't know, I stopped focusing on YouTube ever since they implemented the requirement that 4,000 hours of like viewed content and 1,000 subscribers, which in my own opinion is just ridiculous. You know. Now I have a few announcements to make and everything in regard to this sort of thing. There's gonna be a lot of changes in regard to this. So one of the things I urge y'all to do in regard to this, um, for those of y'all who are watching now, some of y'all, so far there's one person watching and everything. I did the mistake of not sharing this and all, but uh, I'll share the video and everything. But the thing is that I have decided to do a lot of changes for starters. For some of y'all who follow me, like on my gaming page on Facebook, I part of the program for gaming and all. The same as far as YouTube goes, the same goes for my gaming channel, Ironheart 86, which has long been abandoned and all. It only serves now as a repository for my gaming videos that I do on Twitch. I started Twitch immediately as soon as YouTube implemented those changes and all. So I started on Twitch. I started on Smashcast. Smashcast is a little bit interesting and all because as soon as I started there, it's immediately monetized. So I only streamed there for a little bit, and oh, not that much. The first time I started, and as soon as I got that, I got 2 cents for 1 hour. It may not seem that much or anything, and this is considering I got very few views on there, but 2 cents for very few views uh, over a 1 hour content, that's pretty much a lot for the very little exposure it has. Um, so I started on Twitch Smashcast. I recently started on Mixer, and I started on like on other platforms. There's some variety of other platforms. Oh, and the thing is, in regard to my other channel, my animation channel, I decided to go back into animation again. And but the thing is that this time I have decided to create a website. I'm not entirely done with it. As you can see up here and everything, I'm not sure if you can see it. I have a Wix tab and all. I'm not going to show you what the website called and everything. Initially, I started with Weebly, but Weebly lacked a lot of tools. Wix has a lot of them and all. Now, uh, sure, I could go ahead and write the whole website from scratch and everything. But the thing is that if I have like tools ready to go and everything, then why not take advantage of it at all? And there's a lot of tools considering it, there are a lot of tools that are essentially free that to build the website and everything. Now, why am I not? Why did I decide to do this instead of like write it in code and everything? Just write it from scratch and everything. If I'm gonna write essentially the same base form of website, the same base, the base infrastructure of the entire website. Um, the same as if I were to use the GUI and all the tools they implement, then why not do it? Where I am gonna be using code and everything is when I start implementing things like JavaScript and backend software and all that. When I start implementing like SQL databases, that sort of thing, then that's where things are gonna start getting a little bit more interesting and all. Now, another thing I want to say is that, like, if you see on here, the quality of the live stream is pretty good. That's for two reasons. One of them is the fact that I have 50 megabit per second, um, 50 megabit per second fiber optic network, and I'm streaming on my new laptop and I'm using OBS. Originally, I couldn't use OBS at all for the reason that it was entirely compatible. But once they started implementing, they implemented changes. And if you look at this OBS version looks a way lot better than the original one. The original one was kind of oversimplified and all. Also, I have other platforms that I'm on. I'm gonna start eventually. I'm gonna start streaming on Periscope. I'm gonna start. I'm on another platform called Minds.com, where essentially you can make money from there. So there's a lot of changes. I have decided to sell images and all. Originally, I couldn't for because I later found out the sales tax implications and everything, but due to some research that I did with Pond 5, which is where I have images, animation, stuff like that, like mainly photography. Um, Basically, I'm gonna be able to sell it without having to worry about like the sales tax. Why? Because for the reason that the sales do not take place within the state I'm in. Well, the state where I have Nexus. They're going to take place in another state which I have uh, no interaction with, but rather the everything takes place with the company itself. So basically, like um, I'll I'll do like more research into it, but basically, from my understanding, they collect sales tax from the entry. So basically, they're the ones liable and responsible for like the sales implications and things like that. They take place in New York, and I'm located in Texas and everything. So and I decided to like monetize it. Like I said, monetize my website and pretty much just um, offer content for a lot of YouTubers, a lot of content creators. It's gonna be totally free, but I also accept will be accepting donations to support this community. It's gonna be a community by uh, by content creators for content creators, but it's gonna include a variety of different things. You name it, from like cryptocurrency to cryptology to creepy pasta, gaming, various things in entertainment like movies, cosplay, body paint, and so much content. People who are into writing code, software, and all that. It's going to be a lot of things in regard to this and all. However, the thing is that the shift that's going to take place is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be focusing more implemented on what do you say, on writing software much more critically because in reality, I consider that I have to develop my skills better and all. I have to develop my skills and be better at what I do for a living, as which is write software and all. I have to like be better at it and everything because essentially that's what I do. That's why I went to school for. I'm still going to school and everything. Uh, and the thing is that also like there's also the focus of like building a company and all that. Like there's so many projects I uh, have set and everything, and it's and it's unbelievable. But like I said, it's really up to you if you want to stay. From my understanding, basically, from my understanding, understand that there's some what do you call it? There's some YouTubers who subscribers that left and everything. In reality, I don't blame them or anything at all. I really don't, for the reason that um, I don't blame them for the reason that I was absent for quite a bit of time and everything. And give me a sec. So yeah, like I said, I was absent for quite a bit of time, and like I said, I'm really sorry for everything and all. And I hope I can make it up to y'all and everything. But some of the changes I plan to make is that the animation I'm not gonna continue with on my what do you call it on my animation channel because for the reason that in reality, or maybe I might, I'm not really sure, to be honest and all. It all depends if the monetization pays off or not. But I'm gonna transfer the videos to my website, and it's gonna be a video player that has like everything. I tried to submit this animation to Newgrounds, but unfortunately, uh, they don't accept it or anything. They didn't accept it or anything at all. And Patreon is kind of difficult to get donations. To this day, I haven't gotten any donations, anything pertinent to any of the content create. I do live streams on my Facebook timeline and everything. But anyway, guys, um, I keep forgetting that this thing is on full screen mode. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you updated in regard to everything. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.